Imagine sitting in front of your screens watching a countdown timer tick down to your expected financial freedom. Every self-proclaimed macro analyst on your feed points to a colorful chart, confidently proclaiming the same prediction. Don't panic. Look at history. Based on the 4-year cycle, we have less than 150 days until the next big bull run begins. They present it like it's an Amazon delivery scheduled perfectly or a train arriving at 4:15 p.m. That hyper-specific certainty is the noise. It's the common retail trap of trying to fit global economic liquidity into a strict calendar. Just because a line of code determines a block reward schedule, but the true signal, the actual reality noted by experienced on-chain allocators, is much more intriguing, requires more caution, and honestly, gives you a stronger advantage. The 4-year cycle is real because Bitcoin's issuance schedule is clear. However, a bull market isn't a switch that flips on day 0. It involves a gradual 3-phase migration of significant institutional and retail capital. So today we're removing the hype goggles. We will take a detailed look at the data to show you how the calendar aligns with the 2024 halving, when the real growth is historically set to begin, and how to identify the clear phases of market expansion. My name is Newell. Welcome back to the Signal and Noise podcast. Take a moment to like and subscribe, grab a coffee, relax, and let's examine the actual framework. All right, let's pull out the calendar and do some real math here. Numbers don't lie, but people do twist them to suit a tweet. The entire concept of the 4-year cycle depends on Bitcoin halving events. The 4th halving in network history officially took place on April 20th, 2024. Historically, during the 2012, 2016, and 2020 cycles, a true sharp bull market doesn't just start the moment block rewards drop. It requires a significant accumulation period and a delay before supply shocks occur. On average, a major bull market begins about 500 to 550 days after the halving. Let's see where we are now. It is June 21st, 2026. If we calculate the time from April 20th, 2024 to today, we are currently at exactly 793 days post-halving. Let's pause there. Let that sink in for a moment. If the 4-year cycle were a perfectly timed clock, the explosion should have already happened last year. Instead, the 2024-2026 cycle has been structurally unique, flatter, heavily influenced by institutions, and extended by specific macroeconomic factors. So when the internet clamors that we have less than 150 days to the start, what they are really tracking is the typical macro liquidity expansion window. Identifying the start involves looking closely at late Q3 and early Q4 of 2026 as the real launch point, where global liquidity cycles are expected to expand significantly. Now, instead of waiting for a calendar like a child waiting for the school bell, smart investors look for structural changes. A true bull market unfolds across 3 clear phases. Phase 1. The stealth accumulation, the foundation. This phase is dull. Retail investors are completely disengaged, convinced that crypto is dead. Meanwhile, corporate treasuries, whales, and institutional investors are quietly buying in, absorbing supply while prices remain steady. Phase 2. The parabolic awakening, the real start. This is when the supply shock finally breaks out. Bitcoin sharply moves beyond its multi-month trading range. The charts show significant upward movement, and mainstream media takes notice. This structural transition is expected to unfold over the next 100 to 150 days. Phase 3. Altcoin alt season and peak euphoria, the distribution. This is the thrilling, fun, and dangerously chaotic finale. Money flows into speculative meme assets. This is the time when your non-crypto friends message you at 11 p.m. on a Sunday asking how to buy coins. It can be highly profitable, but tricky. To navigate this cycle, you must understand which phase you are in. Right now, we are nearing the end of Phase 1, transitioning into Phase 2. The noise. You can pinpoint the exact day the bull run starts. The signal. The real launch needs patience, liquidity, and a grasp of capital movements. Approach the timeline with caution. Don't trade with reckless leverage. Focus on the structural changes. The groundwork is being laid. Stay sharp. Stay focused. That's it for this cycle edition of the Signal and Noise podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is not financial advice. Do your own research. We'll see you on the next block.